Hello my friends, I am G Hondo and welcome back to our Let's Play of OpenTTD with mods. This is episode 11. In episode 10, I discovered a serious problem with this oil refinery here, which has been my nemesis all along. Several times it has failed me, causing me to have to, build new, extend roads, build new, and finally when that one gave up as well, I took a look at the map and discovered the next nearest well was about 2 full screens away with a fairly zoomed out map, and just decided to cut our losses. So I had all the vehicles head back into their depot and I sold them off. So the overall road income should be pretty static now because they weren't making money anyway, but the running costs should drop nicely because those 4 vehicles are no longer costing me nearly 1,000 a piece per year. So that should definitely help things, but let's go ahead and get the speed up and get moving again. I was also looking at this factory here, um, specifically for the grain coming in. Um, is it that factory? Or, no, I'm sorry, it was Liverby. Um, the Liverby factory, because the amount of grain coming in from here is very, very, very low. Although apparently it just improved, so I guess I won't really worry about it. I guess I'll be proved wrong. Um, But yeah, but it is at least moving. Yes, that will take a very, very long time to complete, but we also already have other ones that are going to take a very long time to complete, so I'm not overly worried about it. Um, so at this point, we're basically just letting this run. Yeah, this is already miles better. That 4K a year I'm saving off that terrible oil will be, monumentally helpful. Yes, that means that this will sit here for a very, very, very long time. I'm not sure if they actually ever get removed. If it notices that you haven't actually done anything with it after so long, I'm not sure. But if ever, what I might end up doing at some point is revisiting it, see if there's a new um, oil deposit somewhere near it, and maybe at some point I'll hook it back up, or maybe later on when we get, trains or something, so the distance isn't such a big deal, I'll hook it up then, possibly. But at this point, I'm not even remotely interested in dealing with it, so I'm just going to leave it, and that'll be fine. So, alright, now is that just because it's a long trip, or has that iron mine given out? Nope, that iron mine has given out. Okay. Then in that case, what we'll do, I'll need the depot open in a minute. So from here, I need to see where the next nearest iron is. And if there's one nearby, we'll hook it up. And if there isn't, I'll just sell those off too. Not particularly. There's one here and one here. I already have a road to here, so basically I'm going from here all the way to here. And that seems a little bit far to me. Yeah, that's a pretty long trip. That's going to be a pretty long trip. Just to ballpark it, I'm going to do the shift build again. So I'd first have to go, a little bit over for about 40 thou, and then from there to somewhere approximately here for another. Yeah, so that's going to be about 150 thou to fix that. So I think at this point, especially given we're, only a small ways into that mission anyway, I think it's safe to say that we're just going to scrap that one as well. Which is unfortunate, especially since oh yeah, because this at one point was a very profitable run, so I added a whole bunch of vehicles to it. But unfortunately, these things cannot last forever, so. Which is a real shame though, because those were very good routes originally. So I remember earlier on when I was still trying to figure out which vehicles to duplicate to try and bring our money situation back online, that was the one that really was one of the ones anyway that really had stood out to me as good because it was making good money. But now they're all costing me about 1,000 a year as well, so we're going to sell all these off as well. Unfortunate. And again, just like with the with that oil one that I gave up on, again, it's just going to have to sit in this list for a while, and maybe later if we get trains or a new iron mine opens up relatively nearby, then we could revisit it. But for now, it's just going to have to sit in the list. You're not helping your case for me not selling you off, sir. Breaking down on your way to be sold off is not the way to endear me to not sell you off. Anyway. Speed up. I don't know how far some of these are away. There's a whole bunch of them all at once. That's fine. Away they all can go. So not only do we make a couple $100 back selling off the vehicle, more importantly, we're no longer going to be paying the running costs of those vehicles for something that's not making any profit. So, yeah, there we go. And that is all of them. So now when we look at this, yeah, now we're going to start seeing messages about vehicles getting old. But this should now start doing a whole lot better. I'm going to wait until 1825 and see if we get a new vehicle type before I worry about replacing these. I'm still not entirely sure if I'm going to replace them with another one of the same, or if I'm going to try and drag them out and see if they can last a bit longer. I'd really like to replace them with a different type of vehicle, either a better road vehicle, or if we start getting trains or what have you. But we'll have to wait and see. I'll wait until 1825 and see if there's anything new coming up at that point. But we'll have to wait and see. So again, this won't be changing too much versus where it was before, but this value here will be dropping quite a bit. So that's good. That will be good. So we'll still make some progress, and that's all we can really ask for, right? Any progress is good progress. Or something. Yes, I know, we're all getting old. I know. I know, it's okay. We'll all be fine, not to worry. Okay, into November, so we're almost done with 1824. And I really don't know for sure if there will be a new vehicle 1825. I just kind of figured there might be, simply because it's a a roundish number. So it would make sense for there to be something at a round number. But there's nothing saying it'll actually happen. I have no idea. But we'll wait and see. Because that's the easiest way by far. We'll just wait and see. Yes, sweetie, I know. It's okay. I know. I know. Well, welcome to 1825. And I'm not seeing any sign of a pop-up about new vehicles, which is very disappointing. But let me check. Now, there definitely isn't a new rail, or airplanes, obviously. There are no boats yet, and the easiest way to tell if there's new vehicles is to try and replace some of your existing ones. I'm going to say that no, there are no new types of vehicles yet. That is definitely disappointing. That is for sure. But okay. Alright, well if I have a look at this here, so the running cost has ballooned up to 1,070 a year. Whereas if I just go to buy a new one, oh, actually there is, I don't remember a 6-horse option. Looks like it's only for male, but that is at least a new one. Anyway, so I'm comparing apples to apples here. Let's find, okay, so that was a 4-horse wood. So I just want to make sure I'm comparing properly. 4-horse wood. Okay, so that running cost is normal. So this increase here must just be inflation. I thought it actually updated the actual cost here, but it doesn't look like it does that. So it'll be a lot harder for me to tell if it would actually be a savings. If this had shown me a higher value, then I would know, I'd be able to do the math really easily to see if it was worth replacing immediately or whether I should kind of let it drag on a little bit further. But I think at this point I am going to let them go a little bit past their actual age. And by little bit I mean quite a bit. So, and we shall see. I guess it's time I can go and check on this one here and see if there is in fact a new bank that's been built nearby. No, still just this one is closest. That's a shame. Although I am starting to get more, since I had to sell off a bunch of those vehicles, I am getting more and more tempted to actually extend another loan and actually do build this route. It is certainly a temptation. See, if I knew for sure how much valuables were worth, like how much those trips were going to be worth, then I could be able to tell pretty easily, you know, is it going to be worth extending that much of a loan? Because that's basically about 40 grand a year in interest. Will these make approximately 40 grand a year? I don't know. Sorry, it wouldn't be 40, it'd be, 4 grand a year. That makes more sense. I wouldn't have to extend a million in loans, just 100,000. Whew, that would have been bad. That would have been terrible. Green, not doing so well. Now this is the one going out. This is the one going out to that really weak farm, right? I think so. Yeah, this is that one. Very far away and very weak. Yeah. So there's not really much we're going to be able to do. But yeah, this is clear just because it didn't arrive during the year. So those ones are okay. As long as this farm never actually completely collapses, it'll be fine. It looks bad, but it's not really that bad. It's just because that trip is so crazy, crazy long. So, if we could build a better road or got new vehicles or something, then they could actually make it during a year, then it'd be a lot better, but anyway. I'm starting to think I may want to just build a little passenger one just here. Not for a mission or anything, but just because these two cities are both decent size, this one especially. They're right close together, and passenger traffic tends to be very good. So I'm highly considering doing that. Completely external of missions. Well, we are really, really, really close to this one, so I'll wait and see what comes up from it, but I may very well be coming back here to this area. Yes, I know I have a lot of vehicles near the, or at their age, I know. Not much I can do about that. But we shall see how it goes. Yeah, because this would only take, just a couple of pieces of road, and then however much the station and actual passenger wagons are, which I don't think would be much at all. So, and I think it could definitely be worthwhile. I think I'm going to do that. Or do I want to just do a streetcar? Because it is such a short trip, and this is basically rural. Maybe I'll do a streetcar. It doesn't make a huge difference, but I think I just like them better, that's all. It's not because they're generally better or worse, or they're very comparable. I just prefer them. So do I want to do passengers or mail, or do I want to set up both? I think I want to just do passengers. I don't really want to pay for 2 stations again, so I think I'm just going to set up. Yeah, I'm just going to do passenger terminal, or streetcar, what have you. And I think that will do. Yes, thank you, thank you. I know, stop telling me. Okay, so that grain one was done, and it was replaced by, oh, another oil one. Are you kidding me? I don't like oil. If that's not clear to you, then I don't know how to make it clear. I don't like oil, because the oil keeps running out. Okay, well there is one really nearby. So let's at least go have a look at it. Production's moderate, so it might last a while. It's not going to certainly last a really long time, but it might last a while. It might last long enough, because it doesn't want quite such a crazy amount. Although it did just drop. You know what? That one's just going to stay in the queue. I'm not doing that one. That I am not doing. Now I have to find that one I was just at. See if I can remember the name. Good luck. Yes! I knew they both started with SL, so if I could find one or the other, I knew I was good. That one was showing a happy face for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Oh, have I got something close enough? Certainly not that I see. But they're showing that I'm actually here and that they're very happy with me. That's interesting. Even though I have no stations here. That is bizarre. And I really don't know how to explain it. Unless this one counts as close enough. It's not even doing anything anymore. Okie dokie. Well, we'll go with that. So yeah, I think I am going to do that. I'm going to extend one loan. I might have to do 2, but we'll start with just 1, and I'm going to put in the streetcar. And the station, I'll do the stations first. The station shall be maybe along here somewhere? Maybe right here? That gets most of the city, or maybe down here. Actually, I could probably do 2. I could do 1 here, getting that section of the city, and another one up here, getting that section. Yeah, that'll work. And then it'll run along here. I'll plunk 1 here to pick up this section. No, I won't, because there is a intersection there. Okay. 1 to there, and then maybe we'll come up and over. Up this way, maybe. Say to here. Somewhere around here. and then loop back around, pick up these sections here. This'll work. This'll work just fine. And here to here. Nope, I do need more money. Okay, no problem. So here to there. Connect these up to each other, this to that. Perfect. Put up this to here. Let's go beside the road. Could go on it. Let's go beside it. Really doesn't matter. And then down to here. Nope, need one more. Well, I hope this ends up being worthwhile. I think it will be. Now we need a spot for this one to turn around, so we'll just do that on this side. And coming over here, when it gets to here, should I come back down or should I go over? No, I think I'll just go over. I'll make an actual proper circuit. It'll cost a little bit more, but it'll certainly look a lot nicer. Cost a lot more, actually. Vanity, you are an expensive thing. Anyway. I'll have to come up this way. And that can connect to there. And this can connect to there. Vanity, you are an extremely expensive thing. Anyway. But this gives us a nice spot for the depot itself. That'll be out of the way and it won't be affecting any of these cities. Say right there, that'll work. And this will be just for passengers. Okay. And then this is the Slating Port. Slesningen passengers. And while it is technically a it is a loop, they're both just going to the same two cities, so I'm not going to bother putting that on there. It'll be okay. Anyway, so you're basically just going to make a circuit. You'll start it there, work your way down here to wherever the station is there. And you'll come along here, hit that station, and this station, if I can hit it, perfect. And then you'll come back to here, and work your way back towards the depot. And that will be your route. You are green to go, and I'm going to go ahead and clone you. Well, I'm not going to let this one start running just yet. I want this one to get a little bit ahead, so it has time to go and activate all the stations. I appear to have done something foolish. Brief pause here while I try and figure out what I did wrong. Oh, this station, it's hard to tell, but I thought that was the opening. That's actually the back. This is the opening. So we will just have to go ahead and make some minor adjustments here. Can't believe I have to extend. Oops, what happened there? Don't want that one. That I have to extend a loan just to fix something because I'm blind. That is frankly sad and pathetic. But anyway, I'm going to pretend it was deliberate, and that will be fine. Okay. Okay. So as sad as this is, it should now be able to come out here. As soon as I actually connect that, I suppose. There it goes. Okay. Don't I feel silly? But I am going to pretend that that's deliberate. Actually, what I could do to make it actually legitimately seem deliberate, I could make the maintenance optional on both of these and give them a bypass. So if they don't need maintenance, they just go right on through. There. So as silly as that is, it will at least seem somewhat deliberate. Somehow. Anyway, let's get the next one going here. And I'm starting to get the sense that I've got a break in the line somewhere, because that one just turned around. Yes, there was a break in that line somewhere. Okay. This is why I like to always watch the first vehicles go, because if there is anything amiss, it's easier to tell because you can just see where the vehicle changes direction unexpectedly. That's always a good way to tell that something is in the wrong spot, or if there's a break in the line or something like that. Okay, I know, thank you. Okay. So far this section's all looking pretty good. So once these go through, and I get these all activated and rolling, then these will start turning a profit. And at that point I can clone a few more. Once I get an idea of just how many passengers we're going to have, and I just saw there again, it turned around unexpectedly, which means somewhere here there is a break. Oh, I do not see it. There's a building in the way, which I couldn't see. And now I don't have enough money to fix it. Yowzas! All I'm trying to do is do a good thing for these two cities, and it's making it very, very difficult. I'm not happy about that. There. Try that, guys. Yes, I realize you're lost. If you turn around, you'll be going the right way all of a sudden again. Silly thing. And one more, I think. Should do, but I'll give it some time for the other ones to get by. I thought I got rid of all these. Or is that the other iron? That's also now not good anymore. Okay, let's go ahead, get this going so I can close these. And I'll just leave that there so I can come back to it later. Let's go figure out what's happening with this iron. So I'm getting the distinct sense. Well, some of them are still functional. So is it just that the routes, the route is crazy long. But is there still actually iron there? A little, not much. Okay. Well, what I may want to do then, I may want to just knock one or two of them off. Not completely decimate the route, but just reduce the number that are going. So I'll just pick any two of these that are empty at the moment and send them into depot to sell off. Oh, you're full, so you're fine. You're full, so you're fine. You're full, you're fine. Okay, you're empty, so yeah, we'll just sell those two off, which will mean that there's a little bit more iron readily available for the other ones, which should increase their profitability. Plus, it'll reduce the pressure on that mine, so maybe it'll last a bit longer. Yes, I know everybody's really old. I am very aware of that. Thank you. Thank you so much for helping me with that knowledge. So many breakdowns. Yes, the reliability is terrible. That's the other thing, because that mine is producing so little, they're spending a lot of time waiting for, so I'm pretty sure I have them set to full load. Yeah, I do. So they're waiting so long for loads that their reliability tanks. So that's the other reason why getting rid of a couple of them will help. There's just that little bit less of a wait time. Yes, I know. Maybe I should get rid of the messages about aged vehicles, because that's going to drive me nuts. Anyway. Yeah, there's one. It looks like the other one's just about there. There it is. Okay, so that should help with that line a little bit. I want to come back over here and make sure that these... Yep, these are doing fine. So let's get an idea if I need even more trams. Certainly looks like it. How is the Stating Portland's doing? Very busy, incredibly busy, and quite busy. So yes, I definitely need to clone a few more of these. They are definitely worth having a lot of. Okay. Come on. Breaking down right in front of the depot while I'm trying to get the next vehicle out is not very nice. Don't do it. That's the quickest way for you to annoy me. And off you go. See, because there's so many of these messages about things getting old, I'm probably missing other messages, like, you know, factories opening or closing, new vehicles possibly. So that's kind of annoying to see that happen, but anyway. So yeah, so this whole thing was very expensive to put in, but I think it's going to be worthwhile, because each of these are going to be very profitable. This one's only just made one stop and it's already profitable. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump this all the way up to there and clone as many as I can of these until that runs out of money, because all of these are going to be very, very profitable. Looks like that's about all I can do with that. Okay. Close all these extra windows, we don't need them. And we can just let these go. Pretty much just like 2 or 3 days apart is plenty, because there's so many passengers waiting, it really doesn't matter. There. Okay, so that should help moving forward. Okay, and now we're into 1827. So I think this is actually going to be a pretty good place to put a cut in the video here. So at this point, I'm going to call that an episode. So until next time, folks, please stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.